Just waiting. Okay, I think we're on. Hi there, guys. I am Love, and it is a pleasure to have you here. Welcome to 11:11 Mountain Standard Time, live with Love. And I'm here a little bit less put together, but you know what? I'm moving stuff. So we show up how we can show up, right? How's everyone doing today? Go ahead and give me a heart in the comments or an emoji that tells me how you're feeling today. There's a lot of up and down emotions happening, I'm finding, with a lot of people I'm talking with. And we're gonna see what comes in today, because I didn't think I was gonna come on live today. I thought that I would actually show up tomorrow, just off the cuff. And it looks like the person who's moving different things with me is on a different schedule today. So here I am, here with you. And this is our time to breathe, to tune in, to tune up, to possibly answer any questions that are coming up for you in life. And what I've decided to do currently is I grabbed these two decks. I have two decks here, both by Rebecca Campbell. One is the Rose deck, and the other one is Ancient Stones. Hey, Fabio Durso. Nice to have you here. So we're gonna pick some cards and see what energy is coming in for those showing up here now, those coming here on the replay. And by the way, any of the cards that I choose, that are chosen by me as I shuffle or that come about, it's something for me to always in my life. There's never a time where I don't play around with the cards with someone and think, oh, that's just for them. There's always something for me. So if you're here now, there's something for you. Thank you for showing up. And we'll see what comes through. Sometimes when we breathe, there's a channeled message that comes through, but I'm kind of curious as to subject matter. So if you'll take a deep breath with me, that's how we usually start off. We'll take a deep breath in through our navel, and then we'll hold for 4 seconds, pausing, and then we'll release all the air out of our body, pausing again at the very bottom. It's a little more difficult to like hold your breath at that bottom, but assure you that it will reset everything in your body for the day. So take a deep breath with me. Pause. And then release. Letting that belly button go all the way back. Releasing all the air out of you, completely deflated. Hold. Smile. And breathe in. Pause. Release. All the air. Pause. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Releasing anything that's already occurred in this day, releasing it all out. Anything you've been holding on to, pause. And breathe in. And just breathe naturally. Now close your eyes and just feel, okay? Before I pick any cards, before we do any of the doing, let's be together. Let's be as one. One breath, one heart, right? That's what I always say in my lives at the end. Let's be in our breath and tune into your body. Because although you are not the body, this is your vehicle of transport. This is the vehicle that will transport you throughout your day. So just feel. Tune in. Do a body scan from the tip of your toes all the way up through your ankles, your calves. Check in with your knee joints. Say hello. Say I love you. Say thank you for all the activities that these provide. Breathing into the knee joints and breathing out. Envisioning them expanding and breathing with you. Going up further to the thighs, breathing into the thighs and the hips. You may want to give your hips a little wiggle right here, a little forward pelvis and backward pelvis action. Breathe into the hips. I'm getting this vision. If you like to play, tap yourself on the butt a little bit. Do a little drum action on your butt. And just feel what that feels like to have your butt jiggle. Breathe in. And breathe out. Moving up the torso. Pay attention to your belly button. I'm going to have you stick your finger in your belly button. Just kind of notice it. Feel your belly button. Go around the edge of your belly button. Think about when you were a kid and you're like, what is this thing? We're definitely a little playful today, huh? Okay. Do a little circular action, a little spiral in a clockwise action, starting at your belly button, going around, continue breathing, and you're just making the circle bigger. I'll see if I can show you. Okay, ready? Belly button, and do a clockwise spiral around your belly button, and just kind of trace bigger and bigger until the heart. Now breathe into the heart. Okay. If you guys could see my setup here, you would be astounded by how I'm balancing my phone. Breathe into the heart. Notice the heart. Okay, so my previous lives, we've talked about the Syrian, the white lions, the Syrian gateway, the 8-8 portal. We're going to be working with the infinity sign, and we're going to be taking the infinity sign and connecting from the heart. Breathe in, going up to the third eye. Breathe in, down back to the heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're connecting to your navel. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing in at the navel. Breathing out along the way. Breathing in at the heart. Breathing out as we travel to the third eye. Breathing in. Breathing out. In. And breathe out. In. And breathe out. In. And breathe out. Now one hand on the third eye, one finger on the navel, and just kind of feel this connection of this column of light, this infinity sign that you've brought forth. Breathing in, breathing out, connecting these 3 points right here, right now, with your breath. These energy centers you can feel with your hands. This channel is also about connecting with your clair senses. Feel the energy with your hands from the top of your head, just kind of from like the lower part of you, just kind of feel the energy field. Where do you feel like you have some tension? It could be here, it could be here, it could be here. Feel and sense if there's any area within this field that requires, there could be they could feel like energy blockages, like it's dammed up or something. So feel this, and just kind of notice where your hands kind of move between your navel, your heart, and your third eye. Could be there's something here that's felt in the throat, where the throat needs clearing. Could be your heart, both hands are coming to the heart, that there is an opening that can be happening. So I'm getting more of a sense of that, more than like a closing off or a damming up. A better term would be an opening is needed, possibly in the throat, possibly in the heart expansion area. This has to do with trust. The throat with trusting yourself, trusting your voice, trusting the ability to speak your truth and not be silenced. Just kind of notice where your hands go. I myself am just kind of feeling, and will be working with the energetic field of all those present. Apparently we're doing a quantum healing. So take a deep breath and release. And just feel your own column of light that we have connected right here, right now. Source energy flowing in through this connection, this infinity sign, the sacred geometry of abundance, of a seed point within you. Breathing out, connecting everything to the earth below. All the energy we brought up through the toes, we're also bringing back down in an infinity sign, down into the earth, the core of the earth, the heart of the mother, as she is here too with us. Breathing in and breathing out. Just feel the field. You can try your hands if this feels a little too woohoo for you. Woo-woo. You can feel vertically. You can feel horizontally. Feel your field. Is your field here? Is your field a little bit out here? Breathing, playing, having a little fun with this. Feel the field. Where's your energetic field? Do you feel like you're very compressed? With your breath, we open. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slow it down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Very slow. Slow it down. Be present with the energy. Feel your body and this shift, the change that has occurred as we work with the energies. As you practice your clear senses, you may like to take your fingers and just rake the energetic field around you. This is kind of a sifting through, a closing up of any inconsistencies in your energetic field. We'll call it that. Breathing in, breathing out. You can have a little fun. You're able to cleanse the eyes by cleansing the eyes. You can start with one eye. Bring in the violet flame. Picture a flame somewhere around you. Bring in the violet flame and it just disintegrates. Cleansing, clearing here. The other eye, the left eye. And flicking that into the violet flame. disintegrating, cleansing, breathing in, breathing out. Or if you simply just wish to be, close your eyes and breathe while I continue the energetic work. We are all here individually. We are all connected in the field, although each of you is within your own individual cocoon of energy. Breathing in, breathing out, clearing, cleansing, rebalancing, harmonizing. Continue breathing and just feel your body at this time. Nothing to do, nothing to think about. Allow your mind to focus on your breath. Breathing in slowly in and breathing out. Rebalancing the field. Notice your body. Take a body scan from the top of your head down. An energetic scan. Allow your hand to stop anywhere in this area above the navel where there was heaviness before. Notice that there is lightness now. Scanning, simultaneously connecting with our sacred geometry of the infinity sign. Connecting your womb space, your navel, with the heart and the third eye. Breathing in, breathing out, noticing the field. Hearing any throat blockages. Feel the lightness. Feel the lightness as you do this for yourself, or if you allow me to work with your energetic field. Everything is always a choice. You may simply just want to be here and breathe. That is fine. Two hands on the womb space, if you would. One below the belly button, kind of like your lower belly, your jiggle belly, your Santa belly. One above the belly button. And just feel your connection to your womb space. This is both whether male or female. Feel your womb space. Breathing, nurturing. Earth Mother here with us, providing the energies of groundedness. Golden light coming through your crown, energizing, restabilizing, both loving you right now in this way. Feel your womb space. Squeeze your womb space. Picture your heart in your belly button. Now breathe with this heart in the belly button. Feel the love in this area. This area is often tight for many of you. Whenever there is discontent within your environment, within an experience, Oftentimes, this area is the first place that gives you indication that something is a bit off. This could be in a decision you're making, whether for personal experience or business experience, or visually seeing something, either in real time or watching the news. You are nurturing and bringing love to any discontent you have been carrying. Any discontent from this lifetime, from past lifetimes. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the lightness of this area. Give yourself a little check-in. You can kind of, it's hard for you to see. Here, let me do this real quick. All right. So in this area where you hold below and above the belly button, so you can stick your thumb in there. It's kind of fun. Breathe in. And what you can notice is if there's still remaining tension, you can just lightly kind of press in this area above the belly button, around the belly button. Sometimes people feel things in their sides area. Sometimes anything that is in the sides can travel to the very back as well and cause back pain. So breathe in and breathe out. There's something there. Okay, so if you would, place that thumb in your belly button. Hold that lower womb area. Place your other hand just like this on the back of the navel. With your thumb kind of just in an area where you feel that your belly button, if you drew a line from the front to the back, that the two thumbs would align. Now just simply breathe. Feel and breathe. Feel the stillness of just being you, nurturing you right now, bringing love to your body right now. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, now take another little, kind of compress a little bit, just kind of feel above. This is your power center right here, your solar plexus, solar, your sun power, your empowerment. This is where from here and from your sacral area of creativity here that you move forward in different tasks and are able to go beyond procrastination. Your heart and the breath with your heart is what creates focus for you to center more, because what can happen is there can be many thoughts that want to come in and they all want attention. They're all like, look at me, look at me, look at me, right? We write these lists, and how often do we get stuck on part of that list? So if we make everything very small, guys, if we just make it small and handle it one step at a time, the overwhelm that occurs in our nervous system will start to decrease. Knowing to breathe when there's a feeling of even the slightest overwhelm. This could be just you kind of moving from one thing to another very fast. Take a pause, notice you're moving very quickly. Take a moment and breathe 3 times, and then be like, okay, where am I now? The more you can bring yourself back to the now moment, even though you have these lists that occur, these lists help us stay organized, right? It's a way that our masculine self, each one of us, can create order in our life and take care of those human things that are needing taken care of. But if we can bring the heart, and we can bring the breath, and we can get in touch with us and be like, all right, how am I doing right now? Okay, I was just talking really quickly. Have I had a lot of coffee? Maybe I should switch to decaf. Maybe I should start mixing a little decaf in with my caffeine. It took me years to get off caffeine. And I would ask the baristas, hey, can you do a little half and half action with that caffeine? And what I noticed was that around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just by making that change, I was no longer getting tired. I was no longer going for more cups of coffee. For some of you, it may be caffeine and soda. So find ways that you can decrease some of that stuff. I once, there was someone who needed to change their diet that I knew that had actually was going in for dental work. And because of this particular type of dental work, they had to make sure that they stayed away from these things. So I was like, hey, grab some soda water, grab the Coke that you would normally drink or the Sprite, and start decreasing slowly. Yes, you're watering it down, but you'll notice that over a time period, your body adjusts, your taste buds adjust, and you won't crave the sugar as much anymore. You won't crave the caffeine. Many of us like the taste of coffee. I myself love the taste of really good coffee, but it's very seldom that you find even decaf coffee that is not chemically treated in some way. So it's something I always ask when I go, do you have organic coffee? Because sometimes it's an option these days. And when it's organic, they are not treating it chemically, the decaf, they are treating the decaf with water. It's a water method. Okay, so I gave you a little bit of life information there. How's everyone doing? I'm going to check in with the chat. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for the compliments, guys. Glad to have you here. Dual, I don't know how to pronounce some of these. Dua, I'm just going to say Dua. Thanks for the compliment. Appreciate you. How are you guys feeling after the breath? What do you notice in your own body after the breath? Do you guys have any life questions that are occurring at this time? I don't do this that often, but do you have life stuff that is occurring at this time that might be helpful for us to cover? Because whatever you have going on, odds are somebody else has similar going on, and then I'll pick a couple cards and we'll see what comes up for you guys. I have 2 decks here. Feeling into the decks. I'm really feeling this rose deck right now, which makes sense because if you look at the design of the cards, the back of the cards, just take a moment and kind of breathe into this. We were just working with your center column, your energetic field. Here, bringing in source energy. Here, the womb space, bringing in the energy of the mother, all at this center point. Just take a deep breath in. Okay, we're going to see what comes up. I'm still going to keep a check on the chat. Leaving a current situation, starting new. My love, I cannot even tell you how many people are going through that transition right now. How many people I've talked to in the last week. I went and picked up a bed yesterday to put in this instant booking Airbnb I'm going to do in this house. And we talked. We talked about what was happening in her life. We hugged. We shared a breath through that hug. And I knew it was meant to be that I was there to buy that bed because she had someone else coming to pick it up, and they didn't show up. So she messaged me and it was mine. And here she was going through these different things. So I was able to bring in and create a space where she felt safe enough to let me know what was going on with her, and then safe enough to, there felt intuitively like a hug would be needed at the time. Sometimes that happens with me and the people who have sessions with me personally in the places that I'm traveling. There is a release happening for them. Sometimes it happens where I put my hands on their shoulders when I'm trimming up their hair. I put my hands on their shoulders and I have them breathe. This is during a silent haircut session, by the way. But they breathe in, they breathe out, and as I put my hands on their shoulders, they're able to release bent up energy, is the best way I can explain it. When I intuitively have these type of experiences occur with people that I'm with in session or randomly, I guess, because yesterday was not a session, I've had people tell me that they feel loved like they've never felt love before. I've had people tell me that fear released out of their body at that time that my hands went on them. So I'm not going to pretend to understand what's happening. I'm just realizing that I'm having people come up to me either through conversation or after sessions and express to me what occurred at that time during that silent haircut, or how it made them feel. I might actually check in with that person whose couch I bought and see what that's all about. So I'm very excited for you, Israel Hunter 8977, because the fact that you're leaving a current situation is creating an opening for something new. A lot of the time we stay in a place, a situationship sometimes, where we don't feel safe to leave because of all these other reasons. Could be a job. We don't think we'll get another job. We don't want to leave the comfort of the paycheck that's coming in. But what we don't realize is in order for the new energy to flow in, the old energy has to be swept out. It's like when you're cleaning up a room, right? You can't bring new, beautiful furniture into a room and have the floors all be dusty, dust balls in the corners. I mean, you can, but odds are over time your new beautiful furniture is going to acquire that as well. So you go into a space, you clean it out. I guess I'm talking about this because I'm currently in the house that I own now and I'm working with it, and I'm having to sweep things out, right? And I'm bringing new things in, and this is how I work with the energy of the house, of the land, the property that's here. And on a smaller scale, if you simply clean up a space in a room, in a pile that you've had for a while, this could be laundry that's accumulated, this could be paperwork that's accumulated. I used to have piles of paperwork. My sister did the same thing, and she would cover it with a towel when people would visit. And I caught her one time, and I looked under the towel, and I was like, oh my goodness. And she's like, don't look at that. And I told her, I'm like, we do the same thing. This happens. Why does this happen, that we accumulate these papers? And it's just a way to like kind of tune in inside and be like, where can some adjustment be made to bring in new energy? So I'm excited for you. Congratulations. You're going to have something new and exciting happen in your life just by making this little shift of leaving a current situation. So this deck, I'm going to read to you a blessing from this deck. Mother Rose, you who were present long before we, and you who will continue after we're gone, bless this oracle and all who use it. May it be a gateway for all to return to themselves, the earth, and each other. May all connection with the voice of our soul be made stronger with every use. May all who touch it feel cherished, held, loved, softened, and seen. May it deliver insight, understanding, compassion, and guidance that's in the highest interest of all beings, past, present, or future. Help me to stay out of the way and invite others to connect with the wisdom that exists within them. So, any card that comes up today, card or cards, is for your highest and greatest energy to receive. If you wish to receive this energy, you can just simply say yes. I'm going to breathe with the cards for a minute. Okay. What does this collective need to know at this time, here live or on the replay? What would be helpful for forward motion? Even as I ask that question for forward motion, what I get a sense of is now. It is very important for each of us to stay in the now as much as we can. Bring ourselves back to now. Most of the time, there is a past and a future that we are functioning from. A preparation for the future, regrets of the past. We leave the past behind. It is done. There is no reason to dip into the past. What is occurring is now, and now, and now. Breathe in. Breathe out. You will find that you will receive that which you are desiring, more of your desiring, when you stay in the now. There will be more solutions to your questions, to your next steps, not by being in the future, but by staying in the now. What is needed now? Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, this is a very different live. Wow. If you're new here, welcome. I've never really done quite like this before. It's been a while since I've picked cards. What is needed at this time? Can we take with us at this time in our day? Okay, we've got sustainability. There are actually 2 cards that came out. No, 3 cards. The wastelands, sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. Tend to the garden. What happens to your garden? Even if you don't have a green thumb and you don't have any space that you grow things. Say you have houseplants. What happens to your houseplants if they're not watered? If they're not fed fertilizer occasionally? If they don't get the right light? You're asking to be still, slow down, and tend the garden. Check out the card. Notice that this person is blooming. This is a bloom in the desert, a dry desert. See how the waters remain here. Okay, there are also ancestors in this card. Just stick with me for a minute here as I feel into this card. Life waters. Yeah, so the ability to bloom. If you look close in this card, we have the life-giving waters. We have grass starting to grow. You can almost envision that as this person takes the time to have the rest, they will notice that this wasteland will then expand and no longer be a wasteland. Will expand into something new blooming happening, new projects, new things coming into your space, into your awareness. And here you have guides with you. This could be whichever guides you tend to like to work with. Could be ancestors. I myself have not done a lot of work with my ancestors. I occasionally tune in to those type of guides. but this could also be a calling to look into your, to do a meditation that takes you through the womb to adolescence to who you are today. That kind of goes back in your family history, clearing and cleansing. What comes to mind is someone named, I don't know why I'm going blank right now. So she also provides quantum healing on a regular basis. I will post her link in the description for those of you who are feeling called to do some of ancestry womb work, some cleansing. I myself have done a couple videos, but they were way back. I don't even remember the names of them. It's possible that I named them. It was kind of before I started getting a little wise to, hey, name this video so that people know what's coming through in it, right? So I will give you her contact info. I believe those quantum healings are like 30 some bucks. And I'll text her and I'll ask her if she remembers which one that is so that you guys can partake of that, okay? Hey, Chicken Tonight. What a funny, great handle. I like that. Chicken Tonight. Okay. Rose without thorns. You have the right to your joy, peace, and sweetness of life. So some of you might feel like this, where everything's kind of like in a dry spell, but you're being asked to pay attention to the stillness of you, to your breath, which is why you're here. Congratulations for following. And then come to this area right here, a rose without thorns. What does that mean? That means that you can be strong and yet you are protected. You are protected, but you can also be soft like the petals of a rose. Feel into this card right here. Peace and sweetness of life available to you as you come into stillness with yourself. Some of you have a hard time staying still. This is okay. It doesn't have to be a meditation where you sit for hours and hours. If you were mainly giving yourself a timer of 3 minutes, set a timer for every hour today. Work with some sacred numbers that you like. Could be 111, could be 121, could be 363. Whatever those numbers are, the fact that I'm saying them, there's some significance in there for you. Maybe you've seen them many times. Those are angelic type numbers that come and kind of speak to you in a certain way and say, hey, pay attention to this area in your life. So, a rose without thorns, wastelands becoming anew, and you've got the Great Mother. Surrender to the mystery and fall into her arms. Surrender to the mystery and fall into her arms. Whose arms? If you're out there searching for someone's arms to fall into, like a partner, you need not search any further. Those arms are your own arms. When you can fall into the arms of you, when you can fall in love with you and bring nurture and loving to yourself, that will transpire naturally. It's just going to happen organically. We also have the Great Mother, the Cosmic Mother. Which is interesting because I don't know much about the Cosmic Mother. But the Great Mother, the Earth Mother, the Cosmic Mother, the energies flowing in. We have here the Divine Feminine. We have a very feminine type, right? The space, right? The softness. The rose, the unfolding of the rose, right? So even in the doing of your day, in the I gotta get this done and I gotta get that done, you're being asked for stillness. You're being asked to come into the Divine Feminine. This is for men too. To be in your Divine Feminine. Still How do I explain this? The divine feminine and the divine masculine, when in balance, allows you to have pause, be the witness in every experience, not get emotionally caught up in an experience, which brings us into reaction instead of responding, and allows you to soften and take care of yourself or let someone take care of you. If someone offers something to you, no strings attached, we're not talking about conditions here, but if they offer to help you in some way, you're being asked to receive the help, to allow it without feeling like there needs to be something in return. In the energetic community, there is this thing about exchange of energy. And although that is true about an exchange of energy, and sometimes that happens simultaneously at the same time, like an orgasm, or people kind of feel into things and are like, I'm kind of, could be like a haircut and a massage, right? I used to trade people for massages and haircuts, and I was trading a lot of people at one point, services to be able to, take care of myself, nurture myself. So sometimes a trade is done in that way where it's like, all right, I'll book you for this, and then we'll book an appointment for me. Sometimes a trade occurs more organically, as in if both people are very present and heart-centered, there has the ability for one person to, say, offer help, and then for the other person, after a time, kind of asking like, what does this person need? What is there something that I can assist this person with? Possibly to just kind of, give. You're giving and receiving equally, basically. With me, it's happened where I've traveled and someone's offered land for me to stay on, or the side, like they've had a side of their house. I got to stay in Georgia for a while. I got to stay in Sedona for a while, Mount Shasta for a while. And people have allowed me to be there for a time, as long as it was comfortable for each one of us, for me to be there, and they didn't need the space. I was able to park my traveling studio, my gypsy wagon, in a safe place, right? And then through that, I would know, okay, this person needs help with their pets. This other person needed help jarring honey. So that's what I did. It was a very sweet job, like no pun intended, like it was wonderful. I was able to help in different ways in the areas that I stayed. So sometimes an exchange of energy can be in that way, and I just wanted to clarify that because there are some in the spiritual community. There's some like that are very like strict. It's almost like tit for tat, which gives me a really strange feeling. But I honor how people want to do their trades. I honor how that energy exchange happens, and sometimes I'll ask them if it can happen more organically as well. And they ask me as well. Sometimes somebody wants to do a partial trade of funds and service to be able to have a session with me. And depending on my situation at the time financially, sometimes I can do that. At other times, I don't have to be all spiritual. I can say, you know what, at this time I have these bills to take care of. In my head, I can say that. And just have that boundary and say, you know what, maybe another time we can trade, but currently it would be best if we just worked with the monetary exchange, right? So have your boundaries, pick and choose, get some stillness, watch yourself bloom. Know that even if you're a beautiful, tough, masculine guy, or someone has told you that you have to be a man in a certain way, know that you can be soft. You can be soft in your strength. This goes for women too. You can be strong and yet soft. And surrender to the mystery. Fall into the arms of the universe. Fall into the arms of the mother. Mother yourself so that others do not have to mother you. And then you, who will eventually draw that partner to you that is more of a meet in the middle as opposed to a filling a space that you feel like you need filled, will enjoy the relationship a lot more. Okay? You'd rather watch me bloom. I'm blooming right now, baby. This is me blooming. This is how I bloom. I show up for you guys at 11:11 Mountain Standard Time, and this is how I light up. You guys bring me a lot of joy, and I totally welcome that you guys come here and breathe with me and work with your clear senses and find out what we have coming up for us. Okay, 6'2", mostly muscle. Awesome. I'm feeling like I need a little bit more in my life. I haven't had much kayaking. I haven't had much yoga. I've been cleaning up a waterfall. I'm gonna have an instant book Airbnb here, and I'm gonna have a hip camp, the ability to actually camp out in this small area, kind of a glamping thing next to a waterfall. And yeah, I've been cleaning, I've been sealing. That's where I have to remember to come into my softness. When I'm done doing all the male type work, which is like heavy rocks and all the stuff that I really consider more like a guy to do, I know how to do all that stuff. You know, I was my dad's son basically. So climbing trees, I still love doing that. That just brings out the child in me. But you know, like different kind of exercising, swimming, haven't done that. What have I done recently? New thing. I have gone golfing, but not like on a range. I've done the, what is that called? The, where you golf, driving range? Yes. I went with friends the other day and it was so much fun. I'm like, I need something different. And I did it right-handed and left-handed. Had both sets of clubs, worked both sides of my body, right? And got to have a little, just a different kind of experience, right? Hey Adele, welcome. Okay. Let's see, any other questions? Nope, great. Glad to have you guys all here. Bright Future, Chicken Tonight, welcome. Israel Hunter, Drake Wagner. I don't know if you guys are still here, but Moon, Rocks, Dua, Morale, Metra. Hey, welcome guys. Jose Franco. Thank you for being here, no matter where you are on the earth plane. Thank you for joining me today. It was a very different kind of live. Check out my other videos, share them, like, subscribe. It helps me a lot. If you want to help me in other ways, there are links in some of my older videos. And I'll have a website soon. Soon we'll have lives together weekly. We will see what will come about. We're actually going to have like a day of like me reading to you. So that's kind of exciting. Some of them books that have to do with your expansion and evolution. Some of them have to do with fun, like just fun. Could be poetry, could be something else. So it'll be something I'm offering. Look forward to seeing all you guys, and awesome to see you guys again. As always, we are one heart, one light, one love. So tap into that love within yourself. Continue showing up here. Continue showing up for yourself in general, whether it's on my channel or somebody else's. It's another something I'm going to be relaying other people's channels to you that can help you along your path, help you kind of evolve into who you want to be, to the trueness of who you are, really. A lot of us have been living a life that we don't know how we got there. And so the point is to come back to you, okay? So I look forward to seeing you again. What is today? Today is Monday, and I will be here on Wednesday at 11:11 Mountain Standard Time. Be here, be square. I will see you again. Enjoy the rest of your day. I love you, I love you, I love you. Say that to yourself a couple times in a mirror today, and just kind of notice your eyes. Notice the iris, the color of your eyes. Notice your breath. Notice your stillness. It's another way of breath work. And I will see you soon. See you again.